what's going on in the world right now, there's all sorts of hidden stuff that you didn't even know was there that is coming up. And people are acting up. They are showing sides of their character that maybe you'd seen a hint of, but in general, you didn't really realize it was that bad. And then suddenly, woof, it really comes up, and you're like, what? And usually it's because you simply said no. Or a lot of the time you didn't even say anything. What's going on is that because you're synchronizing so naturally and seamlessly with your own source connection, the purity that is flooding the space around you as you just get on with your life and you're just being yourself starts to purify others around you extremely intensely. And then suddenly there's this situation that you never would have expected. And this little thing causes a kind of make or break situation. And this is where you find out whether it's a my way or the highway kind of situation, and whether you're really in a relationship with someone or something that is two-way. If there's room for both of you to be heard, both of you to establish some kind of connection across the bond of affection that we all share, or not. And if there isn't, there is this extreme agitation that starts to happen because your speed and the purity of you is going at that really, really accelerated rate. But nothing and no one is meeting over that bond of affection, and there's no two-way relationship. So there's a disparity between the two inputs in the same space. And it's that disparity, that difference between frequency, that starts to cause, first of all, discomfort or emotion to fill the gap. And then suddenly that emotion grows and grows and grows, and it's got nowhere to go. And eventually it blows up or it leaks off somewhere else and it causes a problem. And this is when we see characters around us begin to act up, and then you realize, ooh, okay, well, this is such a small thing, or maybe this is a really big thing, but I really can't go along with what's happening around me. So then you start to feel like, oh, I'm going to have to stick to my own position. And in fact, whether you say something or you don't, your frequency just holds. And then the purification takes off by itself. You're absorbing more and more and more pure love. And you start to see a slow unfolding of a situation where it's going to go one way or the other. There's going to be a switching out of one frequency and joining back into the pure love setting for both parties, or there isn't. And there's nothing you can do about it. Now, when you're in that situation where there's nothing you can do about it, it's hard. Our heart starts to break open and we feel real sadness and longing for connection. And what's actually happening there is that the longing for the connection that you're feeling, it's not you, it's that other party. But you feel like it's you, and you can feel very depressed or very under pressure to change something about the way you are, or to self-reflect and self-examine and blame yourself even, or just pick everything that's ever been said and done to pieces to think about how you could have done it differently. But the fact is that when you're in your purity setting and when you are aligned with this source connection that you have, the other person or the other party is knocked back into their source connection. And if they can't connect, or if they don't connect, or if they don't have this bond of affection with you, you can't meet, and then they are unable to mix and to match with where you are on that pure love setting. And this is where the longing for connection starts to come in on their side. Because you see, you are connected. So it will never be you who's longing. You will be able to feel that other person still, and the door will be completely open for them. And you'll be hoping that they'll take that step towards you, or at the very least, you will make some effort to do that yourself, but you will find that it doesn't work. And so you're in a more ready and waiting kind of position where you're open, but you're still. So you're not closed, and there's no cut off your side, but you are in a quiescent state or a calm state where you're just very clear that I've got to wait this one out. And all sorts of things may start happening around you when you're in that situation. And it takes real focus and stamina and perseverance and endurance to withstand what starts to happen, because you will start to get that inner dialogue in yourself which goes, are you sure? Is there anything else? Was it me? Oh, it's this pattern again. It never works out. And that voice will start to get louder and louder and louder. And that voice is not you either. You start to find out what's in your near arena that's been hooking on to your personal field that you've mistaken for your own inner voice. Because your own inner voice is silent. It's a texture and it's a feeling. It's not words, or it's not a commentary, and it's not actually a voice. And this is very important for you to understand, because the more you are exposed to the absorption of pure love through your own source connection, the longer that voice goes on for at the beginning, because it's trying to run off its own battery for as long as possible and stay with you. And it's been feeding off of your power. So it can go for a little while and it can blow up bigger and bigger and bigger. And then it reaches this peak point, and you need to keep reminding yourself, it's there, it's okay. That's what it does. It's doing its job, actually, because it's trying to use its own power to survive. It will get a little bit frantic towards the end. And if you can just hold, suddenly it will peak and then it will go. But you have to be able to hold your own power.